Hello guys, and welcome to part 12 of my playthrough of Shadow of the Erdtree. So in this episode I will explore the church district area of the Shadow Keep, and also take on the boss, Commander Gaius. So I've decided to get back on the mic in this episode, and moving forward with the series I figured I'd do a mixture of text and audio commentary episodes just to help balance things out a bit more, because the audio commentary can be quite time consuming, so I figured a mixture of text and audio commentary will help progress episodes just a bit faster. So for most of this episode, I will explore the church district area of the Shadow Keep, and then cover the boss fight for Commander Gaius towards the end of the episode.
to us all.
And on entering this room here, we will find the NPC Queelign, who is the same NPC that invaded us earlier on in the DLC. So as we see, he's curled up here and he's praying to himself, and in order to progress his questline, we need to find an item that we can give to him.
So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light. Queen Marika, I implore thee, take not from me my soul.
So as we take this lift down, it will lead into another area which will provide us with the item we need to give to Queelign, which is an Iris of Grace. This area also will lead into another boss fight, but I will cover that boss in another episode.
Queen Marika.
So on returning to Queelign, we can now give him the Iris of Grace. After this he will have more dialogue, and then he will disappear.
Queen Marika, dearest mother, I shall silence all who would trespass upon thy peace, as decreed by the grace of gold. No soul shall thy sanctity imperil.
And this will give us his Spirit Ash, so now we can summon Queelign for future bosses. And here I move on to the Storehouse Loft section of the keep, which I already accessed earlier in the episode. This will eventually lead to another lift, which will take us down into another area, where we will encounter the next boss. Just have to say, what is it with Miyazaki and his obsession with long ladders? It just seems like every new game that he makes, he has to top the length of the ladder he had in the previous games. Yeah, it just seems a kind of weird choice to me. now it's time for Commander Gaius.
No! No!
Yeah, it has to be said that Gaius is the most annoying boss in the DLC, and Gaius rides an armoured boar and deals heavy damage with his landsword. In addition to this, he can also summon gravity magic. You will also find the boar has a very annoying charge attack, which he usually does right at the start of the fight. This charged attack can also do massive damage, however you can block it with a great shield, as long as it has 100% physical damage reduction. As for the strategy for this fight, using a great shield is a decent way to block his attacks. However, the main problem here is that Gaius and the boar can drain your stamina very quickly. So in this case it would be a good idea to use the Great Shield Talisman, and also combine it with the sorcery Scholar's Shield, which overall will add a substantial boost to your guard. And if you're fighting Gaius up close, I would suggest to try and stick to the side of the boar. However, this is quite difficult because the boar is always moving. You should also be very wary of standing behind the boar, because then he can kick you with his hind legs, and if this connects it will deal massive damage. One of Gaius's main weaknesses, however, is to holy damage, so using a weapon buffed or infused with holy is also a good idea. So after a few attempts I did use the Envoy's Longhorn, which is a great hammer weapon that has a special skill that fires out holy bubbles. But in the end I went with the Mikola Nightsword, which has the Sacred Blade skill, which is also great for dealing projectile damage to Gaius. And yeah, there's no doubt that this fight is an absolute pain. Mother. And Gaius finally and thankfully goes down. Yeah, this guy is easily one of the most annoying bosses in the DLC, although admittedly it isn't quite as bad as he was when the game was originally released, because back then he was an absolute nightmare. So that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode, I will explore the Stone Coffin Fissure and take on the boss, the Putrescent Knight. So that's it for now, and I'll see you soon.